I mean, it means released, really. It means but not like consciously. It's not like someone has opened a door or has decided to that these chemicals will be produced. It's being emitted in an impersonal process. Um, so released from skin, breath, released, yeah, is sometimes released or is sometimes produced. I don't know where it's produced, whether it's produced in the skin, breath, and feces, or whether it is just it's produced somewhere else and carried through those as a medium. It's hard to tell. Yeah, so for something to be detectable, we have to be able to notice it. So they're talking about a particular chemical that we can't actually smell it. We can't notice it. We can't say, oh, that smells good or that smells bad because we can't detect a difference there. But so they're saying that it's like the equivalent of something being visible or invisible. In this case, it's a smell that can't be detected, is a smell that, we can't consciously say, oh, I can smell that. It might not mean anger, but prone to um uh attacking behavior. Um so okay, so anger is about an inner state. It's how do we feel. Um, but aggression is about an outer behavior. It's how we act. Is signs of attack. It looks like they're going to attack, right? Um, so she's being assertive there, but then the other woman looks unhappy she looks like she might be ready to say something mean. Mm. The two can certainly go together. But aggression is about outward behavior. We show each other signs of threat. Um, you don't know what's going on inside a dog's head, right? But you can tell when a dog is going to be an aggressive dog, when it's going to bark at you and it's going to bite you because it starts to bare its teeth and growl.
One question, my previous boss always told me there will be some kind of consequences if you don't do that. So does that mean that is a kind of aggressive stuff or what?
I guess you could threaten someone without showing any signs of
Mm,
aggression.
mm,
It could be delivered in a very cool, um, apparently reasonable way. So, if you're very good at threatening people, you probably do it quite subtly in some situations.
I don't understand.
It's, I think it's about your behavior shows a readiness to attack others or a readiness to assault others. Um, and that may or may not be because of anger. It
Mm,
usually is, I think.
or
But
maybe
the
I'm.
point is that we don't know how people feel, but we can
Mm,
see how they behave. So when we talk about aggression, it's often used to talk about human beings as animals, like to think about the way that we behave rather than
mm.
the way that we think or feel. So it's something that we have in common with other animals.
So
Also be looking for like facial expression, set of the jaw,
mm,
um, a kind of readiness to attack.
mm,
Um, you could imagine a very controlled like martial arts performance where there were fewer visible signs of aggression, but there was just very effective forms of attack. Person is aggressive
I got
behavior.
it. So,
Yeah.
okay, we will consider all of the attacks somehow aggressive. I
Mm.
mean, most of them actually. And let us.
So subconsciously really means without conscious awareness. So um, again, they're talking about humans in in a sense as being like other animals. That is, we send each other signals, in this case, chemical signals, that we're not necessarily conscious of delivering. We're not you know, sitting there saying, I'm going to tell this person that I hate them or that I'm interested in them by saying something in particular or by moving my body in a particular way. What's happening is chemicals are being released. We're not aware that they're being released, but they are
Mm,
influencing our behavior and our even our feelings about other people.
I got it.
So
Perfect.
that's why they have communicating in quotation marks. It's like scare quotes because it's not conscious communication. They're sort of saying it's not communication as we usually understand it when we talk about human communication.
Okay.
So to undermine is to dig underneath something until it is at risk of collapsing or until it does collapse. So to undermine another person is to kind of um, uh, risk their foundations or security or confidence um, to maybe to prevent their preferred course of action or their decisions from taking place. Um, yeah, so in that case, um, it's happening outside of visible behavior. So it's something that someone is working against you, but invisibly. Um, so in this image that you can see she's got a knife ready to use against the other person, but the other person is not cannot see the knife. She's not coming at her with the knife. Yeah, it could be. Um, or it could be undermining. I think backstabbing. Uh, you think someone is on your side, but they're actually, yeah. They're using undermining very loosely as anything that reduces your confidence um or prevents you from being effective. Yeah. Um, so they're using it very loosely.